What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in here live on Beaufort Zone. My name is Javon Livingston. We got another great volleyball matchup here today. First one, well, I can't say another. It's our first one here of the 2025 season. It's Beaufort High versus Battery Creek. The Palace on Possum Hill, also known as Joseph Stroman Jr. Gymnasium over here at Battery Creek, One Blue Dolphin Drive. I'm going to give a shout out to our sponsor, BCTV, for being our sponsor for another year, leading the way. So shout out to BCTV, the guys over at the county TV station. So Battery Creek getting ready to serve first. It's going to be Alex Randall, number 10. Black leg sleeve, standing at the back of the court, getting ready to serve. Set to the outside, big hit and too far. That's going to be the first points of the night going to Battery Creek. Randall sends another. Big. Dennison sets to the outside, going back to the outside there. One hit to the corner, can't track it down. Miss Jaden Couch couldn't get there in the corner, so another one for Battery Creek. So Battery Creek starting this one off with a 2-0 run here. Randall sends another one. Nice smooth one. Dennison tries to go with a sneak attack in the middle, set by Taylor Shea. For Battery Creek, Dennison sets another one. Byrne tries to hit one lightly. Randall the set, hit from the outside, and another one to the ground. 3 in a row. Emma Bernhard for Battery Creek. And they are on a roll here to start off. Randall sends another one, this one towards the back, hits it to the libero. Byrne sends one over. Wilson gets credit for the dig on that one. And also the hit. Outside, strong hit to the ground, and there goes the first points of the match for Beaufort High. It was Erin Crosby coming in. That's the young lady, the sophomore, getting in on the action. She showed a little bit of athletic prowess last year, younger sister of Carson Crosby. And a little bit of miscommunication there. It was about 4 Eagles standing right there in the middle, but yet for some reason that one hits the court. And it's 4-1 Battery Creek. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. And almost the ace, but can be set backwards, slightly popped back over. And that one flips across the net there. And Dennison two-hands that one over, pushes over the net, and that one's going to drop in the hole there for Beaufort High. First substitution of the night, 3 for 7. That's Giblin for Samantha Graves, the outside hitter coming in to the front of the rotation. And a block at the net goes to Beaufort High. Zoom out a little bit. Forget this is volleyball. A little bit of high flying action here. Crosby on the serve. Randall is set. From outside low to the ground. Barrow gets a little bit of piece of that. Can't dive it on the ground to Sarah Anderson. She's been laying out for it here to start this set here. Anderson on the set there. Her and Dennison trading places. To the outside, that one's going to be out. And it's tied up 4-4, ladies and gentlemen. Opportunity for Beaufort High to take the lead after a little bit of a slow start. Crosby sends one over, a little bit of floater, but it's going to do its job, and the back wall can't play for you. And that's Beaufort High taking the lead 5-4. Crosby back at it once again. On the serve, outside of Wilson. A little bit too high. It's going to be out. Ace for Crosby. Crosby over. And no communication. That's going to be an ace for Aaron Crosby. As the dig was made, a little bit high in the air there for Lanning, but for Shea, but still, someone could have been there to get that second hit there. Nobody was. And there goes a block at the front for Beaufort. Hit it back. Dennison sets back a little bit. Crosby to the back corner. Beautiful shot. Couldn't turn my camera fast enough. And Crosby on it in the timeout for Coach Leitner. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a good one here. 7-4. Beaufort High on top when we return. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, from the timeout break. The score is actually 8-4. Apologize, a little bit behind there, but and another ace as Battery Creek is asleep and just falling apart after a good 3-0 start. Got up through 4-1, and they've just been struggling here. And Beaufort High's been back on it, and they're on a roll. And they're quite coaching this first year. Was, kind of let them play through it, let them get the jitters out, no timeout call, and they've been on the road, confidence in this team, and they have been consistently rolling. And finally, there goes another one for Battery Creek. They get on the board after a little bit of a slow roll. The serve, Clover-Atha. Nice one there, the dig by Anderson. And they're going to say the net was touched by Battery Creek. So 10-5 we go. Beaufort High still on a roll. Anderson going back to serve. Anderson curves into it just a little bit. Nice serve there. Couldn't be handled by Wilson. Goes way out. Nice save there. Battery Creek, great play to get it back over the net. Set to the outside and a strong hit, but the point is going to go to Beaufort High. Samantha Graves on that one, picking it up and putting it down. Graves, nice serve, even nicer dig there. And that one hit back over the net just a little bit too far. Beaufort High now on a roll, 12-5. And a short serve there by Anderson. Eventually the fumes run out. A point goes to Battery Creek, 12-6 here in the first set. That was Lanning on the serve. Randall sets it up. Wilson goes for the hit and goes towards the back row. Crosby gets the dig and a strong hit on the outside. Graves grabs another. Giblin in. And she grabs the ace. Takes a little bit of a whiff at that one, but that's a little bit of confidence builder. You're stepping in and getting an ace your first time at the serve. So a little bit of confidence boost. Let's see if this one gets a little bit of fire on it. That one popped up there. Shea gets the dig, pops that one out the way, was waiting for her teammates to come to the rescue. That one's set up, touch with one hand. That's going to fall on Battery Creek's side. I believe that was Veronica Strain. Just trying to get a touch on that one. Giblin sends over another. Outside, strong hit, but too far was Emma Bernhard. Giblin, another one. Low. Battery Creek trying to get this one over and can't get it. An ace for Camille Giblin. (17-6) we go, and it's a route here in the first set. And she runs out of air, but puts too much air on it. That one's going to go to Battery Creek because that one sails out of bounds. 17-7, 10-point lead for the Lady Eagles here. Kayla Wilson comes up with the ace there for Battery Creek. A little bit of miscommunication. This time on the part of the Eagles side as they were all standing around there. Nice slide there by Randall for Battery Creek to save that one. Pushed over, sneaks. Nice diving dig there by Anderson. And she's all over the place. She's out. Hits that one back over. And nice work by Beaufort High, but it's going to come up with nothing. The points are going to go to Battery Creek on that one as that one can't get back over the net. That was a nice volley between both of these two teams there. Getting a little bit excited. These teams starting to settle in just a little bit. Wilson on the serve. Up front. Trying to go for the block up front. Dennison with the height drops it right over. Substitution. Graves out. Couch in. Couch, the serve, into the net. And they're going to call a service foul on Battery Creek. So that makes it 19-10. Substitution, Anderson and Kennedy out. Olivia Byrne in, and Izzy Wood. Serve barely gets over the net, but it counts. 20-10. Over, couldn't return, an ace for Izzy Wood. And that serve into the net. Serve going to return to Battery Creek. Randall back at the helm for Battery Creek. Serve is over. High one, Anderson back in. Byrne pops that one over. Randall outside. Strong hit there by Bernhardt. And an even stronger one by Kennedy. Excuse me, that was Dennison. Apologize. Dennison on the serve. Nice serve. Dig by Bernhardt to Randall. That one tips over the net and, oh, saved. Thought that was to the ground. Still in play. Outside, Crosby. Nice volley, tipped, and point Battery Creek. And that's Clover Atha with the final hit there. A nice save there earlier in the set. I mean, Sarah Anderson, she's been all over the place, man. She is flying for Beaufort High right now. But Battery Creek punching, trying to fight back into this one. Nice way to stay in there. Burns sends one, kill down the middle. Randall can't get there. Graves in for Couch. And Anderson, a little bit of slide. Graves, and she's going to get the kill. And we're at set point here for Beaufort High. Crosby, serve. Dig, Randall outside to Wilson, the hit, and a kill for Michaela Wilson. Atha on the serve. Goes right back over in one touch. Anderson high in the air. Crosby smacks that one too far out. 14 on the board for the Lady Dolphins here. Atha on the serve. Hard one for Beaufort to return. Manages to get it over. Randall pops it up. Back row for Bernhardt. They set it outside. Crosby, a little bit of sting on it. Atha pops that one up in the air. Back to Wilson and just a little bit too short. That's 25 for Beaufort High, and they win it 25-14 in the first set. Ladies and gentlemen, they're going to take the lead 1-0 here. Best out of 5 will return right here on in Beaufort's own. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Getting the lineups all squared away. Before we get started, get it rolling here. Beaufort High won that first set, 25-14. Apologize for that. Ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of blackout. Set one still going on. No point awarded. You get to see the final point of that set goes to Beaufort High, though. I apologize. We blacked out there for a moment. All right, Dennison set number two. Serve number two. And then set two. Outside, ooh, and a strong one on the outside, Aaron Crosby. Firing it up for Beaufort High. We got Sniper Kid 2024 checking in with the Let's Go Beaufort High. Shout out. Oh, they're missing a line judge in the corner. If you look at the top of your screen, there's supposed to be a line judge in that top corner. And that's what was happening there. That was like, last guy started. There's no line judge there. High school volleyball, ladies and gentlemen. Dennison serve, flips right over the net. Randall tried to sneak one to that top corner where no one was standing. Able to get back. Oh, and almost a nice attempt there. Taylor Shea. Almost coming up with the dig there, but they're going to say that went reached over the net on that one. And so it's going to be point Battery Creek 3-1. Randall going back to serve. Dennison going down to the net for explanation. So the marker came off the net there just a little bit. Randall on the serve. And at the net is fixed there. But too far touched by Beaufort. And an ace for Battery Creek. Randall sends another one. That one hard to handle. Outside, trying to get it back over backwards, and it's going to be short two in a row for Randall. Another nice serve for Randall. She's on a roll. Three, that one into the top bleachers. Randall on the serve. She's on the roll. That's 4 in a row. Randall, the serve. This time Anderson's there. Gets it to Byrne. That one hits the net. And Randall keeps it going. She's got 5. Serve. Randall. Dennison the set. Byrne up in the air. Off the hands of Wilson. And that ends the run for Randall. Longest run of the night. Crosby on the serve. That one too close to the net. Falls on Battery Creek side. Right there. Graves hits that one. Goes to outside. Tries to keep it in. Diving is Wilson for it. And not going to be able to save it outside the marker. Point to Beaufort High. Apologize, I was a little quiet at the beginning of that volley there as the scoreboard was a little bit slow to update in the gymnasium. It was 5-6. They still had 4 for a little minute. I was trying to make sure I wasn't crazy, trying to keep tabs on that before I changed it back there for you. Outside Graves, and that one, a lot of airmail. Dennison inside, Byrne goes for the hit, down into the net. Serve, set outside, back to Graves. Graves on the ground, Randall outside. Underhand hit, they're gonna land outside. Gianna Jones tried to take care of that one just a little bit too far. Point to Beaufort High. Sarah Anderson now on the serve. Dolphins still with the lead, 8-7. Anderson hits it over, and that one right off the fist of Taylor Shea. She's probably a little bit disappointed in herself there, but an ace for Beaufort High. And Taylor Anderson's tied up here, 8-8. Anderson, nice serve there. Wilson tried to save it, an ace for Anderson. Beaufort takes the lead. Anderson, her service run ends as that one hits the net. Score back tied, 9-9. Clover Eighth going back to serve for the Lady Dolphins. And that one into the net, puts the lead back and the service to the Beaufort Eagles. And just communication there. And they're going to let Beaufort start to pull away here. They don't want to do that. They had a lot stronger start to this set than they did the first. They started off, they got 3 on the board real early. Beaufort stormed back, and a lot of it, some of it was talent from Beaufort High, but some of it was just communication errors on the part of Battery Creek. There's plenty of times where the ball comes over, they get the initial dig, and then everybody's standing around not sure exactly what's going on or who's going to do what, or nobody's coming to rally. And you see that there, and you don't want them to start falling apart. They're doing a lot better in this set if you're Battery Creek, and you want to take appreciation of that. Um, but now you don't want to start standing around. You don't want things to kind of get out of character if you're Battery Creek. And smart on Coach Leitner to take a time out here and talk to her girls for a moment and try to get them settled down before this set gets too far out of hand. When they got an opportunity to be in this set to the end and possibly pull this one and don't fall into a 2-0 set hole. Because then that'll be really hard to get out of the best of five. Because now you got to win the next three in a row if you're going to win this match here tonight. So they got it in them. That first set, they kind of got ran off the road a little bit, 25-14. But this one, they're in it all the way up to 10. But now they've been up, all the way up to 9. But now they're starting to get pulled away on here. So they're down by 3. Let's see if they can get back in it. Beaufort High trying to go ahead and take that 2-0 advantage. Giblin into the match. Timeout. High dig, counts as a hit though as it goes back over. Taylor Shea, Dennison tries to power that one. The crew is there, Wilson and crew. Randall pops that one up. Shea on the set, Wilson hits towards that back corner. Crosby gets the dig. There goes Grave to return one, and that's gonna be in on the line. And Beaufort on the roll here as they're up by 4. Giblin, her serve too far, out of bounds. Battery Creek down by 3. Taylor Shea on the serve. And a change of rotation as it's Jones' turn to serve. Dennison on the dig inside to Lee, and Lee gets her first kill here tonight. Yeah, yes, right. That is Samaya Lee, ladies and gentlemen, formerly a Well Branch Warrior, dressed in the green and white for Beaufort High School. And I would have been more prepared for this surprise there, the breaking news there, as she transferred over a former All-State player last year for 2A Well Branch over here at Beaufort High, coming off in the reserve role here, starting this season on a couple practice in. Wasn't sure how much she played over at Hilton Head Christian, as I was not out at that game, but she grabs a kill here, her first one of the night. Not sure if she got any numbers on the board doing that first matchup, and the score is 14-11. Apologize, ladies and gentlemen. I had that wrong in a net violation, and that's going to go to Battery Creek as they get back in this one 14-12, still down by 2 points. Call that one on on Giblin. Wilson. Oh. Strong hit, handled very well there. Nice dig, Vita failing. And they're going to call a net violation on Battery Creek. And that one's on 5. So getting very intense here. Emmett Bernhardt. Tied up at the net, falls on Battery Creek side. Battery Creek grabs the point there. They're back. Awarded the wrong points there. Got my scores mixed up. It's 15-13. Apologize. I'm getting a little bit too invested here. Doing a little bit of commentary. Let me focus on updating scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. Battery Creek on the serve. Hits to Burn in the middle. And a net violation on Randall. So point goes to Beaufort High. 16-13. Dennison on the serve. Wilson gets the dig and slides out the way there. Return back over. Set to the outside. And just a little bit too off the mark for Crosby, but she still gets it to roll across the net. 17-13, Beaufort High. Dennison, serve. And a strong one, able to get returned by Battery Creek. They quickly send it back over as Byrne was up there. Almost sneak one was Atha. Little quick shots there. They're doing a lot of sneak attacks on each other right now. A little bit of misdirection. And Crosby, hers rolls down the net, and that's going to be point for Battery Creek. There's 4 touches. 17-14, still a 3-point deficit. And Randall, she went on a 5 service run. A 5-kill run earlier from behind that service mark. So, I mean, a 5-ace run. That's the correct terminology. Apologize. And let's see if she can get it here. And they're going to award that point to Beaufort there. That one hits in the back corner. And that might have been their best shot to get back into this one so far. She got 5-ace run earlier from behind the service line. Hoping she could have got part of that there. And Graves tried to hit that one, a little bit short, runs into the net. The 18-15. Jump serve into the arms of Anderson. Outside back row. It was Crosby. Battery Creek able to return. Dennison sets in the middle to Burn. And down to the ground goes Taylor Shea. She couldn't catch that one. (19-15). Lady Eagles with the lead. Anderson on the serve towards the back row. Shea gets it. Lee, her hits into the net. The rebound by Crosby. Dennison gets it back over. Randall pushes it over to the ground. Nice save. Anderson, she's good at diving on the ground, but that's going to be 4 if anyone wants to touch that one. So Battery Creek point. Atha on the serve. Gets it over nice and easy. Anderson back there for the dig. Underhand for Graves, hits it over. Randall sets. It's hit from the back row. Burn hard and back over. And Beaufort High touches 21st. Middle, Lee, the hit off the fingertips and in. 21-16. And timeout. Battery Creek, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back here on Beaufort's Own. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Beaufort's Own. 21-16. Beaufort High with the lead. Toughly contested set number 2 here Battery Creek trying to get back into this one. Jones gets the set. Randall hits it backwards there overhead. Graves from the outside. The defense is there, but falls on Battery Creek's side. That's 22-16. Giblin with the serve, and the high dig off the arms of Bernhardt. That makes it 23, and that's going to be an ice for Giblin. Giblin on the serve. Randall the set. Bernhardt coming from the back row on the hit. Graves pushes that one over. Nice one-hander by Randall. Wilson can't get there. That's 24, ladies and gentlemen. Set point for the Beaufort Eagles. Giblin, nice low serve. Bernhardt the dig. Wilson returns it on the hit. Set, they go to Dennison, hits it cross court, and there goes the final kill to Dennison, 25. Beaufort High takes the lead 2-0, ladies and gentlemen. One more, that's 3 out of 5 for Beaufort High to take this one. We'll be right back here on Beaufort's Own. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on Beaufort's own start of set number 3 underway. Randall on the serve for Battery Creek. And Beaufort going to get point number 1 here as Denison goes back to serve. Wilson tries to save that one. A little bit of collision there between teammates. Set on the inside, outside. Aaron Crosby trying to get the hit. The block is there. To Athan landing on the outside. That hit returned too far. First points on the board for Battery Creek. Set in for Lee. Lee couldn't get to that one. Just a little bit short. That one's going to hit the ground. Battery Creek takes the lead 2-1. Bernhardt on the serve, excuse me. That was Crosby coming in with the hit on the outside. Crosby on the serve here. Randall running to get the set there, able to get it over. And Anderson tried to get that one on the reverse. Couldn't quite get it. Battery Creek with the lead, 3-2. Atha serve a little bit short. High enough, but just quite didn't get the power. Evens it up, 3-3. And her serve too far. Airmail. Height and the distance on that one. Randall sets to Wilson. Block is there, couldn't get back over the net there as Kennedy and crew was there. Gives it up 4-4. The junior, Claire Hovis, hopping into the action here. And a little bit of lack of communication there. Shea gets the dig, but Hovis, the serve, grabs an ace. Shea, the dig. Randall set outside to Wilson, cross court. Denison wasn't ready for it. 6-5. Wilson on the serve, just floats that one over there to Kennedy in the middle. Tried to put a little bit of zip on it. Couldn't get across the net. Evens it up 6-6. Wilson sends over another. This time it's Crosby, the dig, and a kill for Hovis. She's on the road since coming in. And he's going to let Hovis go all the way through the rotation. She's been playing well enough so far. So Hovis back at the top. Here she comes in for a serve, and this time it hits the net. And she wasn't ready. She thought she was coming out there, but she's going to sub out Jaden Couch. 7-all. Shea going back to serve. Up and over. Couch able to get the dig on that one. Strong hit from Crosby. 2 touches in a row on Randall there. Up and over. Izzy Wood on the serve. And a strong hit on the outside there from Bernhardt. And a nice serve from Randall. And that's her at least her 6th ace of the night. If I've been keeping track, that breaks the lead the tie right there. Battery Creek with the lead. Beaufort, however, has pretty much almost emptied the starting lineup there, but rotating them in slowly. It's keeping 1 to 2 starters there in the lineup. And that went too far on Randall. Evens it back up at 9. Dennison on the serve. Bernhardt sets that one up. Shea able to send it over on the hit. Set in the middle to Lee. Pushed it to the back corner. Can't get it back. That's going to be a kill for Lee. Dennison on the serve. That dig high up in the air. Randall on the set. Pushed over. Outside going to Crosby with some fire. Sits Wilson down and the kill for Aaron Crosby. Dennison, serve. Atha gets the dig. Randall the set. Bernhardt on the outside. Does get that one. Dennison sets it behind her. Cross court. We're going to be out Battery Creek. Dennison, backside. Crosby firing off the fingertips of Randall. They can't save it. (12-10). Crosby to serve. Battery Creek struggling to return that, able to get it over. Anderson on the dig, set inside to lead. Too much power. It's going to be out. Set, Dennison. Far side, barely gets that one over. That was to Abby Michael. Anderson gets an ace. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. 14. Anderson. Ace number 2 in a row. And a timeout, Battery Creek, ladies and gentlemen. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Anderson looking to continue her service run. She's got 2 in a row. Randall couldn't get that one. Make it 3 after the timeout break. 16-11, Beaufort on the roll. Anderson, there's another. Wilson gets the dig, taps that one over. That'll end the aces for Anderson, and that'll be a point for Battery Creek as well, as Beaufort High can't get it back over. Oh, apologized. They're going to call an error there. Anderson back at the line. This time can't get it back over the net. (17-13) to score. Battery Creek. Atha on the serve. Excuse me, that was Lanning. And Lanning, her serve goes into the net. 18 on the board for Beaufort High. Last second hands for everybody. Dennison tried to knock that one over. Point for Battery Creek. Wilson on the serve. Not one too far on the outside off the hand of Michael. Wilson, serve. Just tipped over to the corner. Kennedy with the kill. Wilson hits it over. Anderson pops it up in the air for Crosby. Wilson also gets the dig. Bernhardt sends it back over for the Dolphins. Back set on the backside for Dennison, and she grabs the kill. 21-15, Beaufort High with the lead. Randall sets it, Bernhard. Tapped up high to Michael, Michael there. And high dig, push to the outside. They're trying to feed it to Crosby. Crosby with the hit, the dig by Wilson. Bernhard, hard hit from her angle. And Crosby gets the hit, but that's going to be right outside the line. 21-16, point going to Beaufort High. Randall on the serve into the net. Crosby, strong hit. Wilson in the back, saving it there, trying to keep it alive. Battery Creek still keeping it in motion. This time they're going to Dennis it from the opposite side. Wilson's there, able to get it back over twice in a row. Great work for Wilson. Point or no point, and now diving. There goes Shea onto the ground, and that one gets by Lanning, and finally Beaufort gets the point. But man, some stellar defense there from Battery Creek. (23-16). Izzy Wood, 5'9" senior on the serve. Randall sneaks that one over, grabs a point, 23-17. Emma Bernhard with the jump serve. Sends that one over, they set it in the middle for Lee, just tips that one to the left, nice directional hit. 24, set point, or match point in this case, because Beaufort's already up 2-0 in this one. They get this point here, they win the match, and it's over for the night. Best 3 out of 5, they already got 2. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching and you know the rules of volleyball here, could you please explain to me? I don't know the call. They're circling their hand. both the up rep and down rep, they're both circling their hand and circles. I don't know what that call means in volleyball. I don't know if it's a substitution error or what, but it's 24 set, and I'm like, hey, it's one point. Just let it, just gotta let it happen. I mean, you want to be fair all the way to the end, and they want to do their job, but it's 2-0, it's 24-17 with 1 point left, I mean, miracles could happen, but, I would just let it I would just let this ride out for 1 point. But I'm guessing it's a substitution error. I'm not sure, but I don't know what the signal means, ladies and gentlemen. If you are well-versed and you are watching, let me know. And so whatever it was a point for Beaufort High, so they're going to get 25, and that's going to end it on the technical penalty. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in here live on the Beaufort Zone. Beaufort High going to win 3-0 here. They're going to do the sweep here at Battery Creek. They'll play again at Beaufort High next week. My name has been Javon Livingston. I want to thank everybody for tuning in here. I want to thank our sponsor, BCTV, for helping us make this happen. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget you can catch our highlights on YouTube shortly after this. Don't go anywhere, and have a great night.